Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Rndr, FET and injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with Rndr, looking at the daily here, where we have an impulse towards the upside, finished wave A or wave 1, followed by a correction wave B, and an impulse. That means, of course, two options here, where you have a double 1-2, and you are currently in a wave 2, of course, which a little bit far possibility based on the time for this wave 2. And the second possibility is an A in 3 waves to finish wave A in the yellow here, and this is a wave B in the yellow as well, which is the highest possibility. Taking a look, of course, at the time for this wave, B is becoming very close to the wave A there. I'm looking for the timing as well for this correction. Of course, this correction is still unfolding for something for lower. I would say we're getting closer and closer, of course, for the bottom here for this correction. However, as I mentioned with the altcoins, it's not about the price anymore, because of course we are very close to the zero even. I mean, of course, still $1, but yeah, we're gonna dive even below the $1 potentially for Rndr. However, this will change nothing, because the target, whatever you have a target here, we became very, very low until, of course, the target became negligible. And that means, of course, how much low it's gonna go. The target was still the same later on once we unfold, of course, a wave C toward the upside. Basically, I'm looking for the potentially 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C here. If you have a wave B, of course, as a triangle. Now, the wave C has to be there for 5 waves, which is a little bit hard to get 5 waves, giving us a higher possibility here to the W, X, and a wave Y, meaning the wave Y can be, of course, an A, B, and a C here. Can be the wave C, of course, finishing up as an ending diagonal if it wants to take more time here, meaning finishing wave 3, 4, and a 5, and then pushing for higher. Unless, of course, it is a zigzag A, and then you have a wave B, and you're looking for a wave C as well. The wave C is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Might be finishing, of course, around the 0.618. Fibonacci time here, which is the minimum requirement taken from the W to the X to the Y, of course, to create somehow a balance here. Yeah, so all what we want here is to create somehow a balance between the W and the Y, or the A and the C here. And that means, of course, we need, of course, the time to reach, of course, this blue box potentially, and then we might start to push toward the upside. So yeah, it might take, of course, a little bit time. It might range, of course, for a longer time here, playing a lot of boring psychology, I would say, giving up on crypto somehow, and then suddenly the things start to explode, of course, without knowing what is going on, right? So in April, for example, can be, of course, a potential scenario, unless, of course, it might take even in between April and September. So I would say a couple of weeks or months might be, of course, something to show up there for us as a bullish for Rndr as well. So on the 2 hours chart here, if we dive inside it, we have, of course, this final move there. I'm looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 there, potentially to finish a wave Y, and of course with it we're gonna finish an ABC there, which is your wave Y, and can be, of course, something pushing for higher. As you have realized, the fib level taken from the A here to the B is going to reach exactly the $1 at 1 Fibonacci level, which is very, very psychological number, right? And we might, of course, start to see something probably there to push for higher, unless, of course, we go in a diagonal still for longer time. But anyway, a pull toward the upside might be, of course, given there from the $1, of course, for Rndr. Yep, so this is regarding Rndr. If we take a look for the next one, which is FETCH.AI. So for FETCH.AI, we are looking as well for a WX and a Y here, which is a wave A. Yeah, so because we have a zigzag there, definitely we are in WX and Y to finish a wave A. Now, definitely also this is a wave B, because the long time here for this correction is, of course, reflecting such a wave A, B, and a C, something like that. As a regular flat, 3 ways up and then 3 ways down, and then looking for the wave C again toward the upside. As you can see, the price as well, the target, whatever we're gonna dive deeper here, the price is gonna be the same again for the target later on for wave C. So again, the price is becoming negligible because we dive very deep. We went out of the range of the logarithmic range, I would say. Yeah, so we're much more right now in the linear range, and don't forget that you are in the linear range here. You are in the very low here for FET. So basically the 886 is taken there, and we might see, of course, a possible rebound there from the 886. Even the I mean, the 886 on the linear here is taken already. Yeah, for the FET. So if FET will not unfold something really bullish after it, then okay, we gotta be careful. This might be, of course, a dangerous crypto coin. Then yeah, if something doesn't unfold for higher after all. Yeah, so we gotta be careful with this. But let's see also the 886 here, also in confluence with the logarithmic. It might be also the one-to-one fib level as well. Don't forget A, B, and a C one-to-one in the blue box can still be also a possibility there to push for higher for bullish. So again, from May until, of course, September, between these months, I'm expecting, of course, the crypto market to explode at least. That if is not, of course, that we have finished here a wave Y, kind of like a zigzag there on the lower time frame here that you can see, of course, for this possibility. So on the lower time frame, we are looking as well here for a wave 5 to finish up, of course, this impulse. As you can see, we have 1, 2 here, wave 3, 4, and a 5 is unfolding downward, where we have a 1, 2 here, another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and potentially not finished, and 4 and a 5. So yes, it's gonna bring us, of course, for lower prices there at 1-to-1, $0.13 for FET. So yeah, we're gonna see, of course, a lot of blood. We're gonna see, of course, even much more lower prices. Everyone will think, okay, crypto is dying, and of course that the market is out. But I believe that this is exactly the psychology that it wants to play with us this cycle, because you know, every time it works different than what we think. We were thinking that crypto is very healthy this cycle because, of course, it gets a lot of support from governments around the world, even like from the US, and we saw exactly the opposite. Yeah, so we saw exactly the most deepest correction for the crypto market, right? What a coincidence. Yeah, like everything looks perfect, and that the government are supporting the crypto market and so on, but we see, of course, the most lower prices ever, right? So yeah, always psychology, always traps, and especially play like mind plays. Yeah, so it's a mind games always in crypto somehow. So we gotta be careful. But anyway, I'm still looking to finish up anyway this diagonal, which it might, of course, unfold our push toward the upside very soon, which is, of course, can be starting from April, guys. So yeah, we need some patience. We need, of course, to control emotions a little bit, and of course, I mean, this drop is exactly what we need at the end. You know, we need exactly a massive drop, creating a V shape there potentially, or it can be, of course, finally this drop there and creating the V shape and then pushing really massively towards the upside. So this is what I believe is gonna happen in the crypto market there, not just for FET, all of them. Yep, so for injective as well, we are looking on the daily here. For injective, of course, we are looking for this 3 ways toward the upside, or it can be double 1-2. Very likely a wave A. Wave B is unfolding as well, the same for the other coins. So we are looking also for a wave C after all. The same thing, yeah, the same thing repeat itself. You need, of course, to create some balance here with this W, X, and a Y, or A, B, and a C. Obviously, this can be a wave C in double 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. And it's want to reach, of course, the target 2.46 here for the 0.786. Now, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level even suggests lower than this. It can be, but I believe just by taking this wick, I believe something might unfold really higher. Not necessarily to take it exactly there, but $2.4 or $2 can be, of course, in this range. something really massive toward the upside. So for the 1 hour chart here, we are looking at the final wave 5 here unfolding after double 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. So the wave 5 is still unfolding there. And we can see clearly that this wave 5 is also double 1, 2. So yeah, of course, it's going to unfold like massive. Wave 3 still is going to look aggressive, 1, 2, 1, 2, and even 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. So yeah, it's going to be very bloody. It's going to show a lot of like fear and psychology that the market is done. We're going to zero, and everything will be, of course, very aggressive until, of course, suddenly we don't know what happened, right? And the things start to push very, very high, even when you are out. So be careful. Yep, so this is regarding the Rndr, FET, and Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.